I found my girlfriend of 8 years cheating sex tape on it. Her family, close friends, and cybercrime police are involved. I'm fucking numb. Almost 3 weeks ago, a good friend of mine, Alex, and an acquaintance, Mike, got hold of a video of my girlfriend, Jamie, fucking another man. Mike found this browsing through porn sites with niche themes, and by chance recognized Jamie. Got into contact with Alex about it, where both of them told me about the infidelity. When Alex and Mike told me of the infidelity, I went somewhere between shock and numb. I couldn't really say anything until I saw the video where I proceeded to puke my guts out. I couldn't even sit through a minute of it. The fact that it was edited to go straight into the action with Jamie's face clearly visible didn't help. We drove Mike home, and Alex had good sense to force me to spend the night at his place, rather than go home where I share an apartment with Jamie, with no idea how that would end. We shared some beers, mostly in silence. Alex did try to make me open up on what I felt about Jamie's infidelity, but I was just numb. I didn't know what I felt and told him so. I felt like wading through water with no thought in mind other than what was in front of me. Alex didn't force anymore, and I passed out sometime later. When I woke up, I recovered enough sense to realize that our relationship was most likely over. I go straight home through public transport, most likely brooding and/or looking pissed. I wonder what the other passengers thought when they saw me looking like shit while trying to emulate Batman. I get home and catch her getting ready to go out, ask me where I was and why I didn't contact her. I don't bother answering and just told her we needed to talk. We sit down facing each other on our kitchen table that we built from scratch in my grandfather's farm, and that random thought pretty much broke the dam. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of harsh words was said, accusations and blame. Too many details to describe, but essentially, I immediately broke down in tears and asked her how the fuck she could ruin this relationship we worked so hard on. She's confused and wanted an explanation. I drop the bomb and show the video. She cries, begs for forgiveness, but I hear nothing. More crying and cursing until I tell her that we're over. That was it, and she just shuts off. She slumped down and closed her eyes, still crying, but says nothing. This gets me out of anger, and I try to figure out what she's doing. Talking to her, hard and gentle prodding. Nothing. Absolutely unresponsive, so I just drag her to our bed and lay her there. I go back to our kitchen and call her parents, Alice and Julio. I simply told them they needed to come, and that their daughter is suffering a mental breakdown. I say nothing more than just telling them that they needed to see us, and that what was happening needed to be face-to-face to explain. I shut my phone off, go back to kitchen and think about what the hell just happened. Her parents rushed to our apartment demanding WTF happened. I don't tell them about Jamie's infidelity, but just say she needed mental help. She's on the bed acting comatose, but otherwise okay. They couldn't bring her out of it, and eventually I had to explain. I didn't want to do it without Jamie being able to explain herself. I showed them the video, and they're heartbroken. Told them we had an argument. I didn't hurt her, but she probably couldn't handle the stress and broke down. They decide to bring Jamie to her university's mental health clinic. I decide not to go with them. The next day, Jamie eventually wakes up. She's stable and responsive. There, she says that the video was not consented. Her family decide to report this to cybercrime police. Jamie's family don't grill her with her mental state being the way it is, but her parents are obviously ashamed and aren't sure what to do other than what the psychologist recommends, which is to let Jamie rest for a while and support her until they're sure she doesn't implode, then was sent home to her parents. This was all relayed to me by her older sister, Jackie, who's trying to be the mediator. She asked me if I really was going to end the relationship. I respond that I'm not sure if we can even salvage it. 2 days later,